Morning everyone, great to have you online and welcome to the Monday Career Series. So every Monday, and we've been doing this for a while anyway, but now we're actually going to just formalise it. But every Monday, 8 a.m, we're going to be doing the career, sorry I've got hair in my face, we're going to go and do the Monday Career Series. So the reason for doing this is because every Monday at 8 a.m, without fail, we're going to talk about careers and what it means for you, what it means to you, and it's just a great way to start Monday in the right way, in a positive way, and talking about what truly means, what careers truly mean for you. So as you can see, and you've probably seen from my article that went out, a lot's happened this week with careers, and I think that one of the big things that is dominating the headlines at the moment is the whole Meghan and Harry situation about their future career. So I wrote an article earlier on this week, or last week now, about it, and it made me actually made me think about role models and who are your career role models. You know, we talk about having a vision, we talk about knowing what you want to go into and, you know, what you're working towards, but we don't really talk about who your career role models are. And your role model doesn't have to be a celebrity, it doesn't at all, it could be anybody. But it's whoever that person is to you, what does it mean to you? And that's the most important thing. You know, who is your career role model? You know, write it in the comments below. Who is it that inspires you every single day to get up and do the career that you did, or the career that you do? You know, who was it as a child? You know, did you want to be, you know, I've got a friend that I know always wanted to be in dentistry, because she went to the dentist as a child and she loved it. Still don't get it. But that's it. Like, sometimes something happens to you as a child that makes you go, that's who I want. That's who I want as a career model, role model, that person I want to be when I grow up. I still say that now about certain people. I still go, when I grow up I want to be that person. So who is it who is it to you? Who is your career role model? Who is it that somebody from a child or from now, it can always change, you know, it doesn't have to be the same person, but who is it? And what was it about them that made you think, this person, you know, is special, I want to be this person? Role models are usually people that can help you unlock your potential. They're the people that can help you bust through and think, I can do that. When I was a kid, I know that I always wanted to be an actress because I used to watch, you know, I used to watch like famous actresses. I used to watch Audrey Hepburn and things like that. And I thought, wow, I'd love to do what they do. It didn't quite work, unless Facebook Live counts, but it was something about them that resonated with me and made me go, I'd be interested to do what they're doing. I think I was always quite loud in public spaces, but I was always quite shy personally. So I think actually for me, getting involved in that, I actually got quite a lot of confidence. So it did work out in the long run. But you've got to think, who are these people that's come by in your life, whether it's on TV, whether it's day to day, that means something to you. So looking back at that as well, is that, you know, with role models, it's all about a growth mindset. It's all about, you know, making yourself, you know, really playing on your strengths and making yourself more than what you currently are, and being open to new opportunities and being open to the people around you. And it's about producing the results that you want. You know, everybody has wants, everybody has dreams that they want to achieve, and it's, you know, what is it about your life right now? And not saying that there's anything wrong with your life as it currently stands, but it's something to work towards, it's something to aspire to be, and that's where role models come in. So one of the most important things with role models is that you can not only be who you can see, but a lot of people believe that if you can see it, you can believe it. And it's all about visualization. So with your role model, usually it's somebody that's, it could be a boss at work, it could be somebody in a different company, in a company that you'd like to work for, it could be somebody that's written a book, it could be somebody on TV, it could be your parents, right? It could be your parents, it could be your grandparents. But it's somebody usually that you've seen that you go, I think I can do this. I think I can see it now. I can see myself going into that area of life. And it gives you the confidence. It gives you the confidence to be who you want to be. You know, it gives you the confidence to see in the future you can be this person, and then it gives you the confidence to push yourself to be that person. And you can see what they've done, you can follow in their footsteps, we've got the internet, which is amazing because it now means that rather than reading a book about it and going to the library, you can now go online and you can actually look at look at the advice from them, you can gather sort of the steps that they took, so you can look into following in the same way. And if it's somebody that's a little bit more down to earth and a little bit closer to home to you, then it's somebody that you can speak to, you can get advice from, they can mentor you in some way, get their insights on how to get to where you want to be. People connect with a role model, because they see the skills that they want, or they see the skills that they can have. It could be a whole mixture of different things, and I've got actually a few things here. Like, for instance, this is going to come up backwards, I know, but like Gareth Thomas, and he's like a fantastic rugby player. I see him as a role model, not in the same way that I see I want to be a rugby player, not at all. But actually the fact that he's overcome a lot of adversity in his life, and I think, wow, I saw him do a talk one day and I was like, what an amazing inspirational role model. Gareth Thomas has actually has had one hell of a life, and actually he wasn't the greatest person back in the day. He was actually really homophobic, but it actually was because he was gay himself. So it counts as a role model. I wouldn't say that he's a career role model for me, but I do really, the fact that he can stand on stage, be completely open and honest, and he's gone through some absolute adversity in his life, but he's pushing through, is actually something that they're skills that I would like to possess. So I see him as a role model in that way. You can't always copy what your role model does, and a lot of the time don't copy what your role model's doing out there, because they probably made mistakes along the way that got them to where they are, but look at what they did do, look at the right steps that they took. Another person I've got here, I've got a book of Michelle Obama. Now, I haven't actually read this book. Everybody tells me about how good it is, and if you've read it, please tell me how good this book is, because I need reminders of how good it is. But loads of people have read this book. I find it really hard to get into, but I think she's an amazing, inspirational woman. I just don't know if I connect completely with her story, so it's been really difficult to read. And I think that with a role model, you always do need to connect with them on some level. Seeing her now and seeing what she does now, completely connect with. Reading about her life back in the day, I'm struggling to connect with the book. But that's the whole point of a role model. Like, it's got to be someone that you can connect with, and you can see, their story and how it can fit in with your life as well. Role models there needs to be positive role models. Loads of people can get role models that aren't too positive, that aren't in the greatest light, but actually role models are really, really important, because they need to be, especially when they're positive, because it pushes you to be a better person too. So, really have a look. You probably already have role models, you just haven't really looked and really called them role models. But have a real think about it today, and have a think, who are these role models in your life? Who are the people that are really inspirational to you? Who are the people that you couldn't live without? Who are the people that, if you walked past the TV and they were on it, you'd stand still and you'd watch, because you'd be interested in what they had to say. You find what they have to say inspirational. And then look at that and how it applies to your career. How does that, really, really apply to what you do every day? Because once you have a strong role model in place, that won't waver. That person will always be, and it's always with you. They probably don't know that they're a role model to you, but you are. But the most important thing is that it determines who you are and what you do every day. And they're so important to us. You need to get clear on who your role model is. Tell me about it. Tell me who that role model is, and get clear on it. And then every single day, think about it. Whenever you get stuck in your career, whenever you think, what do I do now? Think, what would this person do? This person was in my position, what would they do every day? Because once you've got that will help you get unstuck. That will help you move forward in your career, because you'll think, right, okay, what's Michelle Obama going to do in this situation? If it's a tough time at work, if you've got a difficult boss, if you've got a boss that's micromanaging you and you can't think of a way out, okay, what would the former First Lady have done in this situation? And it will help you. It will give you options to get you out of the current situation that you're in. it's about being better than who you are right now. And that's not saying that you're not as good as you possibly can be. You really are, but we are evolving. We are creatures that evolve. We will always get better and better and better. And in order to do that, we need to have strong, positive role models in our lives. And not just in our lives, but primarily in our career. So have a think today. Have a real think about who your career role models are. And type it in the comments below, and we'll talk about them, and we'll give them a shout out. You know, it could be your mum, you know, it could be your dad. It doesn't, you know, we still can give them a shout out and say, right, okay, these people mean a lot to us. But we really need to start celebrating who these people are in our lives, because if we don't know who our role models are, we don't know what we're working towards. And we need support, we need guidance, we need, you know, insights and advice, and the way that we can do that is by creating these role models in our lives and then pushing ourselves to the forefront and using them as our backbone some of the way, because we all need support in our lives. We all need to know that we're going the right way, and our role models are going to be the people that help us do that. So I hope this has helped you for today. Have a real think about who your career role model is. Type it in the comments below. These are the people that are going to help you unlock your potential going forward in your career. And have a really wonderful day. Happy Monday. We'll be here every single Monday at 8 a.m. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all soon. See you guys.